Hi guys, my name is Scribs, and I've brought you right into the mech lab this time. I'm going to show you the 13 build I have on my Stormcrow. This actually isn't the build. This is the build I was running before. This is the start of the story. I had 4 ER medium lasers on the left arm and 6 small pulse lasers on the right arm, which was great if I fired one group at a time. If I alphaed, then I'd shut down for way too long and probably end up dead. You'll notice I have a TC6 and a clan active probe. That's because I basically ran out of slots. I could have put in like a TC1 into the head and 3 double heat sinks and, maxed the armor on the legs, and that would get me 6 more armor and I'd be, almost 3 tons underweight. And that's just ridiculous, even if I'm a little bit more heat efficient. The problem I was running into is I'd lose both of my arms, and then I'd just be a stick. Even if I have all my torsos, or even if I've only had one torso blown off, I'd be a stick at that point. And I didn't like, wasting too many tons on the 6 and on the clan active probe. So I took this build, and I decided to add some weapons to the torsos. I'm going to reset and show you that. So now, I dropped the probe. That was only there to fill up the extra ton. I dropped the targeting computer down to a 1. I didn't lose any heat sinks. I moved 1 heat sink from the left torso to the right torso, and I have my 3 medium pulse lasers. Now, before, if I alphaed, it was bad. I'd shut down for like 10 to 15 seconds. Now if I alpha, I'll shut down for about 45 seconds, and I won't even power up before I die. It is that bad. If I fire the small pulse lasers with either of the other groups, it is bad. The medium pulse and the ER mediums I can fire together okay, but I still like to fire them in groups of 1, 2, and 3. And you'll see when I get in, I don't use all of my weapons most of the time. I'm usually using 1 or 2 groups. It depends on the range. If they're at long range, I'll use my medium lasers. If they're at short range, I'll use my small pulse lasers. If they're at the optimal range for my medium pulse, then I'll prioritize those. It also depends on what side I'm engaging on. If I'm poking left, if they're near cover to the left or the right, if they're a light mech and I think I either need the shorter duration, I'll go for the pulse lasers, or if I need the greater movement on the arms, I'll go for the arm lasers. It just kind of depends on what the situation is, and I don't always make the right decisions. Trying to calculate 3 or 4 different things in my head when I do it, and I make mistakes. I'm not the greatest player, as I've said before. I just like coming up with interesting builds. So this one, I kind of think of it as I've got 3 different weapon systems that I can use in different situations. I can maybe alpha once. And that by alpha, I mean fire group 1, then group 2, then group 3. And that usually brings me to maybe 75% heat, depending on the map. If I do that, though, 88 damage, which is significant. Even without that, though, each group does at least 25 damage on its own. I've got, I got 24 damage on the medium pulse group. I've got 28 damage here. I've got 36 damage here. So these are not insignificant amounts of damage that I can do. If I do lose an arm or do lose a torso, I've still got most of my firepower, and I can keep going pretty efficiently. A lot of mechs, when you lose some of your weapons, now all of a sudden, you've got 3 medium lasers and you're never generating any heat. But if I lose a side torso, I've either got 2 medium pulse and 3 ER mediums, or 4 ER mediums, I'm sorry, or I've got 2 medium pulse and 6 small pulse. So, if I lose a side torso, even if I lose an arm, I've still got 2 medium pulse lasers if I've got down to as much of a stick as I can be. And that's the whole purpose of this build. It's not to fire everything at once, although I will every once in a while to finish things off. The purpose of this build is, if I lose weapons, I am still a very, very deadly mech. So I'm going to show you a game. I'm going to try and get one where I don't accidentally alpha. Sometimes I get in a rush and I click too fast. So we'll try and get a one better than that. Okay, let's go. Okay, we're getting ready to drop. I even forgot what map it was. I am so scatterbrained sometimes. Oh, we're on Crimson Strait Domination. I actually hate Domination, especially on this map. It's just got such bad placements. I mean, a lot of people say Escort is the worst game mode, but Domination to me, it's got potential, obviously, but just the locations on some of the maps are either just way too open or favor one team so much more than the other. I've been on one match in this one where the enemy light actually pushed through, engaged us, and the whole team just chased it like a squirrel, and we got the one kill and then lost because of cap. As you can see, I mean, our Raven is Firestarter. Got there actually pretty quick this time. We got a pretty good spawn, but yeah. Whenever I get on this map on Domination, I just like to come over here into this corner, so I'm in range, and then just wait for the assaults to catch up. This is the only game mode, or about the only game mode, maybe Conquest, where I don't follow the assaults. However, once I get here, I will. As you can see, I only used 2 salvos on that Locust. He was too close. They are starting to push. I am probably not in a very good spot. I'm trading a lot of damage into them. And I'm going to be honest, I'm not going to, play like 20 games and try and find the perfect game to show you a build. I'm going to play a handful of games. If I can get it in one, I'm just going to do it in the one. If I have a really bad game, either I screw it up or I die 20 seconds in because I make a stupid mistake and push when I shouldn't, or I'm the one who gets focused and I don't give you enough to showcase the build. In those cases, I won't. Right now, I've already traded some of my armor. I don't see a point in peeking. We've still got our assaults coming in. I might take a shot at this guy. And now at that range, my small pulse are better, but because of the angle, I prefer to use my left and then center weapons. Peek again. We got fire going on. At that range, yeah, I'd rather use my mediums. And I'll cool down a bit, and you use a lot of cover with this build because you spend a lot of time cooling down, even if I'm only using a handful of my weapons. Okay. Not the perfect shot. I swept off of him a little bit. I didn't concentrate the firepower, but still quite a bit of damage on target. There I used the pulse lasers because I knew I wasn't going to get a whole lot of time on him, and that was the best shot that I had. And something's dead. Something I had shot. Okay. We're starting to move. Hey, another kill assist. Wow, that was really bad. Sorry. And I could use my mediums, but I'm burning hot. I should target him. And I overheated. See, even without using my mediums, I overheated. I'm going to use one medium at a time here. And I finished him off. I overheated again, but I got the kill at least that time. So yeah, this match I'm doing enough. I'm going to show you this one. So you get to hear me rambling a little bit about that, but I just kind of want to let you guys know how I plan on running things. They're hitting us from the back tunnel entrance. Use my medium pulse, my mediums. Oh, he's getting close. I should probably switch to something else.
Target destroyed.
How are we doing? Yeah, we're killing a lot of them.
Target spotted.
New target acquired.
This crab's gonna be pretty tanky. I'm starting to heat up. I'm just gonna chain fire. And I really whiffed on that. Okay, we're pushing. We're going.
Heat level critical.
How did I miss that?
Target destroyed.
And we won. Wow. I was actually surprised at how much I did, considering how much fire I took at the beginning. But that's a Stormcrow for you. 505 damage, 1 kill, 7 assists. Got quite a bit of money, but I do have premium time, and this is my invasion mech. Team stats, I've got 505 damage. Wow. Quick draw, Kodiak Islander. Okay. I'm gonna now show you some bonus footage of me in the testing grounds, alpha striking on this thing. So here I am. I'm on the testing grounds on Crimson Strait. I'm going to hit my alpha strike button and show you what happens, and I'm going to talk a little bit while we're overheating just to fill up the time. There.
Critical.
See, I didn't even kill that mech, and I way overheated. And I have enough time now to talk about, I want to thank MoltenMetal. Give him a shout out. I don't know if he even knows who I am, but watching his videos, I'm trying to emulate his build videos a little bit at least. Maybe put my style on it a little bit, but I like how he shows you the build in the mech bay, and then he goes and he plays a couple of games. I don't know how many games he plays to pick and choose the two that he shows us. Still overheated. But I just like his style. He also did a video on the recording software he uses and how to use it, and that was really helpful for me because I was using Fraps. Oh hey, I didn't die. But I am pretty cherry red. I didn't manage to kill that catapult. I almost did. I can probably finish it off with another alpha.
Heat level critical.
And now I died. So, MoltenMetal, thank you. I don't know if you'll see this. I don't know if you'll hear that, but other people should know. Watch MoltenMetal's channel. He produces a lot more content than I do. He does a lot of great builds, a lot of interesting builds. I've come up with some unique builds. I bought some mechs just to try the builds that he's shown. So, I would recommend watching his channel. Thank you for watching this video, and more thoughts and more interesting builds on the next one.